Hey, everybody. Daniel here. Hey, it's March. It's almost spring. We're looking at some great times here. It's starting to warm up a little bit. Of course, we get a little bit of snow. It's that whole roller coaster season. For those of you who don't know, we live here in the Midwest, the Great Lakes. Okay. Between the Great Lakes, the thing is, we have between the two largest lakes in the world. It creates the most extreme weather in the entire United States. We went from 70 degrees to 10 in 24 hours. That's true. It went that much. So, for those of you that are like, oh, wow, the weather here is just trust me, we got you beat. So welcome back to the March version of what's going on here at Dandy Rocks to the Fort Wayne Lapidary Club and everything like that. I just wanted to give a shout out and basically talk about some things that we thought were really important. Again, thank you all so much for being members and following us and everything like that. We're really pushing the boundaries. We've got some great new things happening this year. Some great new projects that we're working on. We also are looking forward to doing a lot more this year in the lapidary world. So extremely happy about that. Anyways, let's see what else we got going on. Well, we got a lot of new members in the Fort Wayne Lapidary Club that are joining and taking classes. Everybody's having a good time. For our current Lapidary Club members, I just want to let you guys know we are going to do the first couple classes over again for you. If you've been in it a while and it's like, hey, I need a refresher course, we're doing refresher courses. Yes. So we can go back and do the first, second class with you, no charge. Just we're going to come in, we're going to do the classes, and also we're going to do some new things. We're going to talk about drilling. We're going to talk about intarsia. We're going to talk about some sphering and various other things that we do here in the shop. And we're going to do some various projects as well to get everybody back involved in what's going on in the shop. So love that too. Other housekeeping issues, not really much. Everybody's been doing well. Everybody's having a great time. We've got a lot of great new members, people joining in. We've got some great people that have joined us from Miramar, from the Mogok region. So we're looking forward to working with them, including Mien, who is the owner of M&C Jewelers here in Fort Wayne, or M&G Jewelers. And he's fantastic people. Ba is phenomenal. Everybody is just great, super nice people. We're having a great time with them. So yeah, absolutely. So we're looking forward to our relationship with them and the things that they can bring in from their prospect from the regions of Miramar and the mining industry, everything there. So it's incredible. Some of the other things. Oh, big shout out to our friend Justin K. Prim. His move to France. Très bon. Bien. So yeah, he's doing very well over there. He is now focusing more on, he's been doing a lot with JamPeg, which has been really interesting. His wife, I can't remember her name right off the top of my head. Sorry, darling. But she is a big with the Bunter machine and Swiss cutting, which is an extremely delicate and very intricate style of gemstone cutting that is very unique to the world. But yeah, we're looking forward to doing more with them in the future. Awesome people, just great to know. Other than that, we have rearranged the shop. It's done very well. We've made a little more room. The Phantom machine is now almost complete, completely refurbished, brought up to date. The thing is absolutely kick butt. Thanks to our friends at Reintel. Thanks to our friends at Kingsley North for getting us the parts and stuff that we need to get this machine absolutely running at this level. The Phantom machine, if you're not familiar with Phantom, It was a great machine. It was built in 50s, 60s, 70s. Then they just disappeared and they are gone forever. Found a machine that was in actually really good shape, but not the best part. And it wasn't great. And so we took it, we re-engineered it, tore it apart, did some machining on it and everything like that. This thing is going to be phenomenal. But it's got the Reintel provided us with the super nice, their textured diamond cutting wheels are phenomenal. And they gave us a 3-inch expansion drum. And then I've got some belts from Kingsley North that are going to go on that thing. This thing's going to be ridiculous. Also, we got a 10-inch cutting for the trim and slab saw. I'm just so excited to show you guys that when we finally get everything tuned in and working beautifully. It's going to be a total game changer for the shop. So anyways, what are we talking about today? Okay. So those of you who have done our basic polishing course, we have talked about, basically we talked about why we use water when we're cutting gemstones. And the answer is heat. We want to cut down heat. But I was watching a news program on CBS, and we found out that actually, and it really did correct me, there is somebody there that really needs to bring us another reason why we need to use heat. And so we're going to do that. Hold on just a sec. And there.
We're learning about the danger behind a countertop material found in millions of American homes. Engineered stone, also called quartz, is popular because it's beautiful and can be made in multiple colors and finishes. But many of the workers who make those counters are getting sick from a material called silica. It can get in their lungs, leaving them in need of a lung transplant and at risk of death. Consumer investigative correspondent Anna Warner has exclusive interviews with workers suffering from the deadly disease silicosis. Anna, good morning.
Good morning, Vlad. You know, once installed, these products are not dangerous to you, the consumer. But if you're buying new countertops for your new home or a renovation project, you should know some workers are dying so you can have them.
This wasn't what Dennis Williams expected at age 36, sitting home instead of working, waiting for a lung transplant to save his life.
You live with the pain. It's an inexplicable pain. I have pain every day.
The cause? Silicosis, a deadly lung disease his doctors say resulted from working in a shop like this one, cutting and shaping countertops made of engineered stone. Over the past decade, engineered stone countertops made from crushed quartz have taken over the U.S. market. They come in a range of colors and patterns, and manufacturers talk up the product's advantages.
Resistant to cracks, stains, heat, and chemicals.
But compared to natural stone, these slabs often contain much higher levels of crystalline silica, as much as 95%, a material that, if inhaled, can cause silicosis, which destroys the lungs. Workers who cut and shape those slabs, like these in videos we obtained, often work in a haze of silica dust, and many are now becoming sick.
Every week or every 2 weeks, I hear about a new case here.
Dr. Jane Fazio is a pulmonary critical care physician at a UCLA medical center north of Los Angeles.
For instance, yesterday, I had a patient, he'd had a cough he didn't really think anything of, and I basically told him that he was going to need a lung transplant or he was going to die in the next couple of years.
This was the conversation you had with a man just yesterday.
This is a conversation I have almost weekly.
A study she led last year found in California, nearly a fifth of the workers who got.
So just stopping it right there. All right. So the one thing they are kind of downplaying, and again, this is our opinion, but everything like that. The fact is, anytime that you're cutting stone, you really need to keep water on the stone. Not just the heat, but now we realized you really need to keep the dust down. And the thing is, to be safe. You really need to keep the dust away from breathing it in. No, it doesn't matter whether it's silica. It could be if you're working with something hazardous like bumblebee jasper, cinnabar, those things are incredibly deadly. You're talking about arsenic, cyanide, those types of things. So anytime you're working with stone, you're absolutely working with something that could cause, damage. It's been, even if you're wearing a respirator, well, that's fine while you're wearing the respirator. But if you take the respirator off to walk out of the room, as you're walking out of the room, you're breathing in silica. So the idea is, the simplest answer is, let's keep everything wet. If there's moisture on the material cannot get dispersed into the air, and therefore it stays in the water. It just becomes slurry and sludge, falls on the ground, and it is completely inert and completely safe. So that part there we wanted to talk about. So let's go on a little bit more. If I can go do that. All right, let's do that.
Got silicosis on the job, die.
It almost sounds like an epidemic.
And let's move forward a little bit. So let's go here.
That you would want to see mostly?
No.
On another street not far away,
Now, see, this guy's cutting with water.
Mondragon invited us into the stone
See,
cutting
there's
shop
very
his
little
father started 40 years ago.
Water in the
as
air.
workers cut into
But
slabs.
now this guy's cutting dry.
The
Look at all the
workers do
materials
try
thrown
to
in
keep
the
the
air.
dust down in here, but literally, it's everywhere.
Exactly.
Mondragon says he's been around the shop since he was 15, but is just now getting warnings about the dangers of engineered stone cutting.
It's they're also
just
using
to know
water.
that we're out here making a living and we could get sick over some dust that we didn't really have no knowledge of.
Just 2 weeks ago, Dennis Williams finally got a double lung transplant. Doctors say if he's lucky, it may let him live to his mid-40s.
I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
This doesn't need to be happening, right? This is a completely preventable disease and it's killing people that all they want to do is go to work and provide for their families every day. You have the right to go to work and have your work not kill you, right?
Yes.
Caesar Stone told us the health and safety.
So that's where this is where we come into this whole scenario. I cut the video short. I cut some things out because some of the things were extra, and the other things is there are some things that implicate specific companies, and I'm not really want to go into that whole side of this conversation. What we're talking about though is as lapidary artists, and also if anybody from this industry is watching this video, there is an extremely simple answer to fix this entire problem, and that is keep everything wet, because wet dust is just going to turn to mud. Dry dust is dry dust. It becomes a cloud. So it could have been, this is a simple fix. It is a simple issue that we can handle. Now, those of you that if you have comments, questions, or anything like that, please feel free to comment and give us your information. Again, we are not experts on that in that particular field. Especially when it comes to engineered, although I just got done working on some engineered products from Detroit and for a special project. And we had some issues to deal with. But since everything was wet, I didn't have to deal with any dust or debris or any inhalants in the air. So we were completely safe. The same thing is with everybody that works in our shop. Anytime you're working with stone or material in our shop, whether it's drilling, cutting, slabbing, polishing, everything is done wet. Even if we call dry polishing, we're still oil. We're using a little bit of oil to keep any kind of dust flying in the air. So, and plus it's a large shop. We have plenty of ventilation. It actually works really well. So that works. That's also a good thing. So the main thing of this is the silicosis. And we want to talk about it. Even though these guys aren't truly lapidary artists, they do work with stone, and they do a lot of what we do. They use the same techniques. They're working with the same materials. They're working with quartz. They're working with limestone. They're working with all variety of different types of gemstone material or minerals. And it is kind of sad to see that there are people that are losing their lives over something that would be extremely simple as just adding H2O. That's all I've got to say. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Again, for our club members, we hope you guys, we're looking forward to seeing you guys more and more around the shop. We got some great, cool programs and projects coming up. For the people that have been coming and taking classes with us, thank you guys so much. I mean, it's been a blast lately. We've been we're booked way out well out into April, so it's awesome, and everybody's having a great time. For YouTube subscribers, for our YouTube subscribers from around the world, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. If you're new to our channel, please, subscribe, hit the button, whatever. We'll try to keep relevant information coming out there. And hopefully this has been something that will change the industry, or at least get the message out there that there's a simple solution to a major problem. And the thing is, when it comes to your personal problems, if you think it's a major problem, a lot of times the answer is very simple. You can reach out to me and Dee here at Dan D Rocks anytime at dandyrocks.com or dandyrocks@gmail.com. We are always here to listen to you guys. So thank you guys very much. We'll talk to you soon, and have a great Easter.